Gorizia.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. Guarda, prima fila. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Before starts this evening, I would like to thank the choir for the beautiful songs they sang. So thank you. And thank you all to be here with us in order to celebrate this special occasion, that is the anniversary of the discipleship of Swami Kriyananda. Today is 72 years of discipleship. It's a lot. And why is such a special occasion for us? And there are two motivations for us. There are many, but I would like to share with you two. The first one is that everyone, we all are here because Swamiji's gifted his art to us. Some of us met him personally. Some of us knew him through his music, his books, his speech. And someone else knew him because of his consciousness, because his consciousness is manifested and present here in this place. So that's our opportunity to thank him for all he did for us, for all he gave to us. And the second reason is that Swami was a saint, and there are so many saints. But for us, that we live at Ananda, and we have taken the discipleship here at Ananda, and our path is through Yogananda. Swami is not just a saint, he's our saint, because it's through him that the power of the Guru is manifested, giving us the strength to reach God. So that's why during this celebration we would like to honor him and take this as an opportunity to become ever more in attunement with his consciousness. And of course with Master's consciousness. So, before starting, I would like to the online people that towards the end of the ceremony, we will give a ceremony. And if you would like to join from home, you need a little card, a little piece of paper, a pen and a tea light. And if you have it, a flower. So, with those things, you will have the opportunity to be with us fully. So, let's start with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great Masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, beloved Guru, Paramhansa Yogananda, beloved Swamiji, saints of all religions, we bow before you all. Swamiji, we thank you for everything you did for us. Teach us to love God as you did throughout your life. Help us to become ever more in attunement with your consciousness and with the consciousness of Master. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So let's sing together now, and then we will meditate for a while. Ai sacri piedi del tuo Guru, pensa nel tuo cuore, ai sacri piedi del tuo Guru, attraversare l'oceano dell'illusione, se vuoi attraversare l'oceano dell'illusione, più puro dell'otto bianco, più puro dell'otto bianco, oltre la dualità. Guru Brahma dall'illusione, Guru Brahma libraci dall'illusione, sa nel tuo cuore, ai sacri piedi del tuo Guru, pensa nel tuo cuore, ai sacri piedi del tuo Guru. Se vuoi attraversare l'oceano dell'illusione, se vuoi attraversare l'oceano dell'illusione, più puro dell'otto bianco, più puro dell'otto bianco, oltre la dualità. Guru imagini Brahma, liberaci dall'illusione. Guru come Brahma, liberaci dall'illusione. Sa del tuo cuore, ai sacri piedi del tuo Guru, pensa nel tuo cuore, ai sacri piedi del tuo Guru. Se vuoi attraversare l'oceano dell'illusione, se vuoi attraversare l'oceano dell'illusione, l'illusione, più puro dell'otto bianco, più puro dell'otto bianco, oltre la dualità, Guru come un Brahma, liberaci dall'illusione, Guru come un Brahma, liberaci dall'illusione. If you want, so let's meditate together for a few minutes. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So now we would like to share a letter written by Naya Swami Devi. Naya Swami Devi was a close friend of Swamiji for 45 years. And this letter she would like to address as the meaning of Swamiji life. The secret of a remarkable life. Today is September 12, 2017, the 69th anniversary of the day a young man knelt alone at the feet of his guru, Paramhansa Yogananda. His heart aching with divine longing, the 22 years old James Donald Walter said beseechingly, "I want to be your disciple." The Guru paused, then replied, "You have good karma. You may join us." Later, at that first meeting, Yogananda said, "I give you my unconditional love." For the remainder of the man's life, he was shaped by that love and by the consciousness of this great yogi. As a result of that meeting, many other lives throughout the world were destined also to be changed. As Yogananda began the transformation of his young disciple into the remarkable spiritual teacher Swami Kriyananda, recently, while Jyotish and I at Ananda Sisi, we watched this touching first meeting as it was beautifully portrayed in the film The Answer. The movie, written by Swamiji, is a reenactment of his boyhood search for truth, the predestined meeting in 1948 with his guru, and his years of training at Yogananda's chief fit until the master passing in 1952. The movie's spiritual power lies in its depiction of the guru-disciple relationship, which open viewers' eyes to the depth of care, wisdom and love upon which this bond rests. In bringing about Swami's inner transformation, Yogananda guided him in many ways over the years. Soon after Swamiji's arrival, for example, he told him, "You are too intellectual. You must get devotion." So Swami poured himself into chanting and devotional practices, until one day the master said, "Look how I have changed, Walter." This was the name by which Yogananda always called him. Master placed him in charge of the monks, even though he was both young and new to the work. Under the master's guidance, he organized the monks into a disciplined order. Enthusiastically pouring his heart into everything that Yogananda asked of him, he more than fulfilled his guru's expectations. Swamiji gave of himself completely, holding nothing back, returning in full measure the unconditional love that he had received. Towards the end of Yogananda's life, he made 3 significant statements to Kriyananda about what lay ahead. First, he said, by way of instruction, "Your work in this lifetime will be lecturing, editing, and writing." This Swamiji fulfilled, leaving a prodigious legacy of books, music, and recorded talks. On another occasion, he said prophetically, "You have a great work to do." What was this great work? The master never told him. Surely it included in important part the creation of the ever-expanding Ananda Sangha and spiritual communities which share Yogananda's vibration and teachings worldwide. Finally, just days before his passing, Yogananda said to him lovingly, "You have pleased me very much. I want you to know that." These words gave Swamiji the reassurance and strength to fulfill everything his guru had asked him, and became his guiding light through the many obstacles that lay ahead. So what is the secret of Swamiji's life? It is the constant flow of grace, born of total self-offering and unconditional love. And what we can learn from his example? Few of us will leave so rich a legacy in service to our Guru, but we, too, can offer every ounce of what we have to give. Krishna says, I accept even a leaf if offered with devotion. No gift offered lovingly is too small or insignificant for God to accept. Swami Kriyananda once said these words about Ananda's work. We are part of a great tide of loving, joyful energy that wants to give and give as long as people are happy to receive it. Thank you, Swamiji, for your remarkable life and happy spiritual anniversary. Naya Swami Devi. In that moment, when Yogananda became a disciple of Yogananda, that moment was the most important moment in his life. And in fact, in the last year of his life, in every speech that Swamiji gave, public speech or private speech, every single time, he always reminded us the story of how he met Yogananda first. He taken a bus from New York to California in order to meet the master, and the way he was accepted. So was so evident how he was moved and how it was important for him at that moment. So now we will watch a little part of the movie The Answer, in which that moment has been depicted and accepted as a disciple. So let's try to live this moment fully with him. Offering unconditional friendship. Swamiji gave us a strong example of what is a life dedicated to God. Because at the end, he got free. He was free. I was with him during his life breaths, and we could feel a very strong way. And if you meditate, if you ever meditated in his bedroom, you can feel that vibration, a vibration of freedom, a vibration for his soul that lived fully in God, giving his life to God, to the Divine Mother. We can think, yes, but Swamiji was Swamiji. He's a saint. He's a powerful man. But Swamiji, for us, is the closer person we have known. He was contemporary of us. So, and in doing the practices, dedicating his life to God, he could achieve the ultimate freedom. And for me, That's the biggest promise, the greatest promise of Swamiji's life. To know that is possible for every one of us. And I wish to you all you can serve and live in the same way. Okay, with Swamiji's support. Thank you, Swamiji. I would like to start with a thing that Swamiji gave. He was very light, very light in everything he did. When we arrived in Sevilla a few years ago, he used this Spanish sentence. Even though you wake up early in the morning, the sun won't rise for you. It was a very important sentence, and he laughed a lot, and that was a beautiful way to attune with people. Swamiji wanted to go to Seville for a very special purpose. The 30th of May in Seville they opened a grave with the body of King Ferdinand III. He was named the saint, and Yogananda said in his life, in a previous incarnation, he was a Spanish king, and he helped Spain to fight the Muslims. And Swamiji wanted to visit Seville, and Narayani, a dear friend of Swamiji, arranged this trip. And that day, the 27th, the 28th, we arrived in Seville, and Swamiji wasn't fine. We had a lot of trouble to move him on a wheelchair throughout the city. And we booked a hotel very close to the cathedral in order to be comfortable in visiting the city. No one could say if Yogananda was that king or not. We just could test it. So that moment was also, that day was also the official day of the army. So Narayani found a private meeting, a private moment for Swamiji. We could enter in the cathedral from 10 to 11 a.m. That's it. So with a wheelchair, Swami entered the cathedral. He was very bad with a serious backache. He received many messages for that. Anyway, early in the morning he woke up, and with a wheelchair he went to the cathedral. He couldn't stand, so we entered in that church. How big that church was! That was gigantic. There was an organ with huge pipes. So we stopped before the crypt of Ferdinand III. The crypt was at the end of the church. So we went there, And Swami, a few meters before, he told me, please help me to stand. And he went in front of the tomb. The body was there of Ferdinand III. He put his hands on the tomb. In this way, he closed his eyes and he stayed for 40 minutes there, standing in front of the tomb. We don't know what happened in that moment. Swamiji was completely still. Then at 11 an officer said, sir, you should move because very soon a mass will start. So Swamiji sat on a bench during the mass and Swamiji was meditating. At the end we moved out from the church and Swami was still meditating, still really absorbed. That's very important because as you enter the church on the right, there's the tomb of the son of Ferdinand III, that is Alphonse X. He wrote 400 pieces of music. He kept on developing the work of his father. He was a myth in Spain. And the son kept the mission on. And the name of the son was the sage, the wise man. So Swamiji was in meditation, and after 30 minutes he opened his eyes, and we were very curious. We were waiting, and he said anything. Nothing, not a word. But his face was so shining, filled with light. Swami, many days after, shared a very little thing. I was sure 100% because as soon as I entered the church, I could felt a very strong vibration, uplifting vibration. In that moment, I realized how important is the guru-discipleship relationship. Centuries. Swamiji entered in the crypt. There was his old body there. But the soul of Alphonse X was within him, and he honored his guru after centuries. This relationship, guru-discipleship relationship, is a never-ending relationship. Swami get in contact with his master and emerged in that vibration. He melted in that vibration. Yogananda said, I killed Yogananda many years ago. Only God reigns within me. And I think Swami could say the same thing. I killed Swamiji's years ago. Now, in this body, there's just the Master. And for his entire life, he gave a great example on how to be a good disciple. The disciple turns transparent, completely clear, and reflects the Guru's light. He tried to be in perfect attunement with Master in order to spread his teachings, his energy. And we are blessed because we are living in a place created by Kriyananda and Yogananda. Every one of us can tell, share, and say, even in the movie when Yogananda touched Swamiji's heart, you could perceive a great strength, a great power, even though it's just a movie. What Swamiji gave us is that nothing can stop you if you are tuned with your Master. Yogananda is our Master, and Swami is his disciple, a great example how to live in every single moment when you meditate. Swami, help me to know Yogananda as you did. Swami, let me know you, because I know you welcome Yogananda fully. It can be a great moment. We can be transformed. The same is asking Peter, who was Jesus? Our great blessing is that we receive the Yogananda's teaching through a living discipleship. His discipleship is our key to open heaven's door. And we should live this discipleship every single day. It's so wonderful to have the opportunity to be in attunement with a direct child of Yogananda. And who knows where we were in that time? Maybe we were here. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe we haven't seen those eyes in the past, and now we have to meet him once more after centuries. There are no words in order to describe Swamiji's life. First of all, friendship was everything for him. A sincere friend, a sincere giver. And he gave us the opportunity to reveal ourselves. Just looking his joy, his happiness. And I would like to share a second story. We were flying towards Lugano. I sat beside Swamiji, a very little plane, and I sat beside him. And in those days, Swami had a higher level of diabetes, and he didn't want. I didn't want to eat cookies because of Swami, even though a part of me was in need of the biscuit, but because I was respectful towards Swamiji, I didn't take it. So Swami knew those things. Taking a biscuit, he break the biscuit into pieces and he shared the biscuit with me. And in that moment I was joking with him. We were on a German flight, and on the door there was a very long sentence in German, and we were joking about German language. And Swami turned serious And he said, I'm a little tired with my body. I can't wait. I would like to reunite with God. And I said, Swamiji, how can we survive without you? And he gazed to me and he said, I will work through you all. That is Swamiji's. Thank you. Thank you, Narya. Thank you, Kirtani, for your amazing sharing. Now, we would like to watch a little short video in order that was filmed in order to honor Swamiji's.
Si chiama Swami Kriyananda, A Life in God. Vuole dire
Swami Kriyananda, A Life in God.
I am so grateful for an opportunity to be with saintly people like you, and I mean it. Who love God and want to know God.
I tell you, you don't know what a deep satisfaction it is for me to have seen the fruits of Master's teachings become so lived in people's lives as they are. This life that you're living is a fantastic adventure. Do those things which will make you happy. Do those things which will make you more loving. Develop those attitudes that will lead you toward bliss. You need to learn how to concentrate.
To bless us, mist hands that soothe away pain.
The best thing you could be doing with your lives is living for God and helping other people to live for God and setting an example to people everywhere that yes, it is possible to live together in brotherhood and harmony.
Peace give us our heart's love. Peace give us our smiles. Rays of thy presence within us.
Your highest potential is simply this, to become like Christ, to become like Buddha or Yogananda.
And this, more than anything else, is what will change the world for the better. That is my dream. I hope it's yours.
I feel your blessings and I want to return them. Om, Om. unless you are.
È arrivata l'ora della cerimonia.
Now it's time for the ceremony.
Sicuramente avete trovato.
You have found on your chair a little card and a pen.
Prendiamo adesso un
And that's the moment.
per pensare, per sentire.
Try to think, to feel something you would like to offer to Swamiji.
Per la quale siamo tanti grati da lui. E mettiamo il nostro cuore in questo pensiero, in
So
questo ringraziamento.
think of that
Scriviamolo.
and write on your card one line or two.
Prendiamolo con noi e lo utilizzeremo per la cerimonia che Arul ci spiega.
Hold it with you, and we will use it later on during the ceremony that Arud will guide. Before starting with the ceremony, we would like to do a special thing together. Narya before said that the relationship, guru-discipleship relationship is eternal. And that's what Swamiji said when a soul enters the duality, the guru is already there. So, something Swamiji said is that the biggest duty for a disciple is to be a channel for the divine presence of his master. And Swami was a great example for that. Everything we received, everything you can see is a product of Swamiji's discipleship and also the discipleship of many other great souls through Swamiji's. what we are going to do is to do the discipleship vow. So those who are disciple, you can repeat it. And if you are not a disciple, just listen and receive this inspiration, the inspiration of a soul that wants to dedicate his life to God. So please stand. The first part I read by myself and just listen every single word. The second one you will repeat after me. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, Beloved God, Jesus, Lord Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Marshaya, Swami Kriyananda, Paramhansa Yogananda, I'll bow to you all. Divine Mother, I come before Thee today, having long sought Thy eternal light, long pondered the eternal truths, long followed the winding path that leads to Thee. I have walked with my own strength, all too seldom with Thine. I have walked with the thought, I want this from life, these answers, that guidance, this pathway or that. But I have seen that as often as I made claims on life, it eluded me. As often as I presumed on Thy will, it turned away from me. Too long, Mother, have I sought Thee for myself, not for Thy love. I know now that without Thy strength added to mine, infusing it, I shall never find Thee. Thine is the power, the grace, the infinite glory. With loving faith now I seek Thee, through the ray of Thy light that Thou hast offered me. I will ascend to Thee, not by my power alone, but by the power of Thy infinite love. I am Thy Mother. Be Thou eternally mine. Now repeat after me. I offer myself in this service and devotion to Your cause and to the ray of the divine light as it is represented by Your channels. Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Marshaya, Swami Kriyananda, and Paramhansa Yogananda. Accept me into this family of self-realization and make me also, through them, an instrument of Thy blessings. Thus, as I receive, may others be blessed also to receive. I will join my energies to those of my Guru Bhais, my spiritual family on earth. I will cooperate with them, and especially with the living representatives and guides of my divine line of Gurus. Discipline me, guide me, purify me, teach me to attune myself to Thy ray, until at last, through daily meditation, service, and devotion, I unite my soul with Thy infinite Spirit. Please sit.
Allora, adesso ascoltando il canto cosmico di Yogananda, strumentale, faremo una cerimonia
Now listening an instrumental music by Swamiji, you can come to the altar and offer your card to Swamiji and Yogananda.
attraverso di lui. E potete offrire anche il fiore.
You can offer a flower, the candle. The flower is the symbol of the devotion, and the tea light is a symbol of the tiny light of you that is shining within you, that we offer into the infinite life. And you can put your tea light on the altar and the card on the bowl. And then please meditate and open yourself in order to receive the blessings.
La benedizione di questa sera. The microphone. Concludiamo questa serata.
So let's conclude this evening with a prayer.
Amato Swamiji,
Beloved Swamiji,
vieni a me,
come to me,
entri nel mio cuore,
join my heart,
fammi diventare
make me,
in coscienza come te.
make my consciousness one with yours. Om Shanti Shanti. Let's send 3 Om. Let's chant 3 Om together. Amen.
Grazie a tutti di essere venuti.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Swamiji,
Thank you Swamiji
e buonanotte.
and good night. Jai Guru.